Good morning, everybody. This is the Wednesday, August 14th JupyterLab and Jupyter Frontends and Accessibility meeting. My name is Eric Gentry. I'll be your host. It looks like we have one item on the agenda. Mike, do you want to go ahead?
Sure. So JupyterLab 4.3 Beta 0 has been released. That's been a long journey for me. I think with help of a couple of you, we managed to merge most of the pull requests that were targeting this version. A couple of them had to be bumped provisionally into 4.4. But there is lots of changes, and there is also lots of changes compared to the previous alpha. So if you have a while, please go check it out. I will link to the binder with this version preloaded. If you're interested, you can check it out during this call as well. So I'm dropping the link in the chat just now. There is one regression that was already spotted, which is a more severe one. It affects collaboration, and it affects server-side execution. So I will add a link. It is tagged as a release blocker, and in collaboration, it means that outputs do not show on collaborator screens. In server-side execution, it means that server-side execution doesn't work at all. And none of these issues are directly affecting JupyterLab because both of these are extensions, which also possibly highlights the problem that many of the exciting features for JupyterLab live outside of JupyterLab and outside of our testing pipeline, which is likely why this slipped and wasn't picked up. I will plan to draft a user-facing changelog this week so that we can hopefully fix some smaller issues identified and release beta 1 and blog about it, post about it. I'm not sure what we want to do. That can wait, of course. I see that Jeremy is here. That can wait for Notebook 7.3 beta, or we can go ahead and start testing things in JupyterLab itself. So yeah, maybe do we want to discuss the timing here first? Jeremy, do you have any comments? Or Rosio from the Notebook side?
For Notebook, I think it's still a little bit stalled at the moment. Last time I tried to update to Alpha 2, there was an issue, and I think related to the settings, something changed in JupyterLab, and I think this is a little bit blocking Notebook from further updates, unfortunately. So I haven't had time to look at it, but I think we need to fix it first. I don't know if it's an issue in lab or Notebook at the moment. It's this PR.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you commented on it maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so I will add that in the notes just so that people who cannot attend will see that. Notebook 7.3 blocked. Okay. So the second point that I have is that there is a pull request from Frederick, which proposes to upgrade to Lumino after removing an overflow hidden rule from widgets. And there is a good reason to propose that change. However, this can have severe implications for extensions. So for now, a new version of Lumino was released with that rule removed, and we'll basically explore whether we want, how we want to mitigate that or restrict this change in JupyterLab itself. the hope, I understand, is to only reinstantate this rule where it is actually needed. But we might decide that if it's breaking extensions, that maybe we will restore this rule for the entire JupyterLab or for all the widgets in the main area in JupyterLab. I would suggest that if you are maintaining an extension and could go to the web developer console and untick overflow hidden on LM widget class and see whether anything is broken, that would be very helpful to. And then if it is comment back, if it's not comment back as well, that would be very helpful to like understand what might be the implications there and how conservative we should be with applying the change and seeking mitigations. So I'm sending the pull request in the chat. This is all from me.
It looks like we don't have any other agenda items. Does anybody have anything else on the record? All right, with no other comments on the record, I'll move to the unrecorded portion of the meeting. Brace yourselves.